fireworks as we welcome you into our CBS Sports HQ studios for game day recap. Starting the show a little different today, but we've got the band back together. Damian Harris joining us back on the desk for week 15. He's back! He's back. I love when we're all together. I mean, I love when our guys fill in, but man, I love having the crew back together. We got Rand over there celebrating in the turtleneck, Rand.
Just a little razzle-dazzle.
Setting the tone over there.
Where's your pipe, sir?
I got one.
Hey, we've also got Pete Frisco joining us here. Normally we start the show off with the biggest storyline of the day, but really, fellas, today the storylines were the injuries, namely Patrick Mahomes, Micah Parsons, some big names, Davante Adams. Here's a list of some of the notable injuries we saw today, and I mentioned it. Patrick Mahomes, a MRI has confirmed that he has torn his ACL. The team also confirming that as well online, as you can see on your screen there. Sean McVay, when it comes to Davante Adams, he says it's the same hamstring. His status for Thursday up in the air. And Micah Parsons, meanwhile, believed to have torn his ACL. He's going to go through some further testing to confirm. But obviously, some big concerns going forward. So let's get to how these will impact us. We bring in our injury analyst, Marty Jaramillo. I mean, Marty, any way you slice it, these names are certainly not what you want to hear at this point of the season. So let's start with Patrick Mahomes, because the Chiefs not only eliminated from postseason play today, Marty, but the bigger story, Patrick Mahomes. And really, when you look at the 2026 season, even, this is going to impact them. So talk us through the severity here with what we know with Patrick Mahomes and that ACL.
Man, to have these kind of injuries at this point in the season just has incredible implications, not only for playoffs, but also when can they return to play, particularly next year. So Patrick Mahomes suffered what we call a quasi non-contact knee injury, because he was trying to roll out, he got contacted by the defender, and he hyperextended that left knee. 70% of all ACL injuries in football are non-contact. Think about that. Despite the physicality of the game, still a majority of all ACL injuries are non-contact. So here is what's happening today and tomorrow. There is nothing but chaos in the Mahomes camp. The question mark, what do I do? When do I have surgery? Who's going to do the surgery? When can I come back? What does it look for in terms of my career long term? That's the chaos. That's all the balls in the air. But then when all that settles, and then you have a plan of care, guess what? An ACL injury, and you and Haley and I have talked about this many times, an ACL injury is nothing short of an opportunity to get better, stronger, fitter, and faster. Why? Because a year away from football, just about a year, is nothing but an opportunity. Get your mind straight, get your body healed, work on all the deficits you've been working on and catching up with. So the average ACL rehab is approximately 6 to 8 months. He will miss OTAs, which come around in March, but he'll be actually almost jogging by OTAs, right? So I have zero concerns short term, okay? He will have surgery within the next 48 hours. That's the best window to do that. And he will have no long-term concerns. I'll say that again for my Kansas City Chiefs fan all over the world. No long-term concerns. Why? Because it's Patrick Mahomes. The discipline, the work ethic, the IQ, what he does already for recovery, so I have no concerns there whatsoever. But tough news coming out of Kansas City.
Yeah, just like I said, not only eliminated from postseason play, but then the quarterback as well, getting that torn ACL. So all things that we will continue to monitor as we learn more about Patrick Mahomes. Let's talk about Micah Parsons next, Marty, because his was a little bit, it was non-contact, obviously. We saw it there in the third quarter. I do want to get your perspective, but before we do, let's hear from Matt LaFleur on what he had to say with an update.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, so I'll leave it at that.
What goes through your mind when you see that happening on the field, especially?
I think it's the same thing that goes through my mind when I see any player, for that matter. You don't wish that on anybody. So, but it's obviously tough. I mean, we all know what type of player he is and the impact he's had on our football team. And to lose somebody like that it's tough. But like I said, nobody's going to feel sorry for us. We got to find a way, and guys got to rally around one another.
Marty, you could almost see it in his reaction and his answer there, just how almost drained he is, knowing what's maybe the news that we'll hear again. We're still waiting on an official diagnosis here, but a different position than what we just talked about with Patrick Mahomes being a quarterback. How does this impact Micah Parsons and the Packers?
Well, Haley, that's a great question. So, Coach LaFleur, his face said it all. You know why? Because the replay also says it all. It doesn't lie. It was a non-contact injury where you see the knee buckle. And what the athlete, what the player feels is a mini explosion in reaction as well. Once again, if it is ACL, and we'll confirm over the next couple of days, it's still a 6 to 8 month window.
Just real quick, Marty, because again, we talked about with Patrick Mahomes and him being a quarterback, and not to say that Micah doesn't have the same medical staff. He takes care of his body just as well too, but maybe the difference in positioning there when it comes to the rehabilitation, a quarterback versus a defensive end, what's the difference like?
Yeah. Well, the stop and go, the speed, the dynamic explosion and acceleration that Micah Parsons possesses, that actually lends itself, I said the window 6 to 8 months, when you have that kind of speed, that talent that he was born with. The speed is just incredible. So that's going to delay the rehab just a little bit because we have to work. Once we get the ACL healed and he strengthens his entire body and he's ready to start running, then we start adding change of direction and the constant cutting in all directions with also stop, go, acceleration. And that's the real window. So we're going to look at him possibly 8 to 10 months for an athlete at that position, someone as explosive as Micah Parsons.
All right, we did have another injury that was not an ACL. Davante Adams re-aggravating his hamstring. We know, Marty, they're on a short week here. Sean McVay did say after the game he's not going to rule him out yet, but obviously still things up in the air. But with it being a short week and him re-aggravating it, what does that tell you about what the future looks like for Davante Adams?
This is really bad news for the Rams, because think about it. It's a short week, and we know hamstring injuries are just very tricky to treat. Just 2 years ago, you and I talked about Justin Jefferson, everyone's #1 pick in fantasy football, missed 8 weeks to start the season in 23. Why? Hamstring injuries are tricky because first, the tears are small, but they are deep. #1. #2, they have poor circulation. So automatically, you have to be conservative. #3, he has a history of hamstring injuries, not just nursing one this past week. So unlikely, I feel very comfortable saying unlikely he can play in that shortened week. That said, multiple scans to see not only the depth of the tear, the extent of the tear, how much is it a new tear, how much it is just a re-aggravation of an old tear. That said, at minimum, we're looking at 2 to 3 weeks of rest. And as we know, these can get tricky. They can extend to 4 to 6 weeks as well.
Yeah, looking at the upcoming schedule for the Rams, Davante Adams leads the NFL with 14 receiving touchdowns this year, so obviously a big blow, but we will see how it all comes together. Marty, we appreciate your time and your insight, catching us up to speed here with some of these injuries that we have unfortunately